Hey everybody, today I'm going to kind of go over something that was near and dear to my heart, still kind of is, seeing as I work for them now. Um, I know something that was part of my life. Growing up, well, I was in the military. It's something a lot of people don't know about, especially civilians. If you're not around the military, even other services won't know really. I'm going to go over the Air Force rank, the patches you might see, won't see, the stripes on the shoulders, I would say. Little history on that. They did begin the use of this one. Actually, they started the testing in 1948 in Bolling Air Force Base in Washington, D.C. Now, that they had resembled, with the design that they had then, they resembled the same rank as they used when the Air Force was part of the Army, the United States Army Air Force. And just coincidence is what they were thinking it was. But they did. There was some resemblance. I'll kind of go over some of these right now. If you ever see somebody in the Air Force and there is no rank on them, either on their lapels or on the shoulders, that would be them right there. Airman Basic. Nothing. Nothing on there. Lowest of the low. Still good troops. I can't say anything else about that. Then up from there, we call them mosquito wings. It's just an airman, an E2. All right. I never got to that. I came in right away as the next rank. I'll show you here. The Airman First Class. Then right after that is a senior airman. Been in for a while. Most of these stripes, once you do get these are the ones they kind of give you. It's more of a time in kind of rank. Now, after you reach senior airman to get your next stripe, that's when you start testing. Now, a lot of the people say, a lot of the old timers, some of my family members say, oh, it's so easy to get rank now, blah, blah, blah. It used to be difficult. Hey, I had to test twice to get my next rank. And the next rank, right here, Staff Sergeant. Forgive me if that's backwards to you. That is E5 Staff Sergeant. That's your first NCO rank. That's non-commissioned officer. So you're the first line supervisor there. So, as they say, stuff rolls downhill. Well, you're almost at the bottom of that hill. You just get to be the first one to deal with it. All right, then next from there is Technical Sergeant. That's E6. That is 5 stripes. Again, NCO, not quite the senior NCO rank, but they've been in, a lot of techs say, I know Tech Sergeant's been 18 years, 19 years, he's getting ready to retire. Doesn't mean anything against them. Hey, that's still some hard work. Another one you have to test for, not easy, plus all the additional training they have to go to once they get approved for that rank. All right, next one we're getting to the senior NCO ranks. That was this guy right here, Master Sergeants. Okay, those guys have been in, not 15 years. There are some that have been in that long. Anywhere from 15 years and above, as average is what I've seen. Senior NCOs, usually really good guys. Some guys may be getting close to their retirements. Who knows? It just depends on what they want to do. And there's a variation of this is Master Sergeant with the diamond inside of it. The diamond inside of it, that means they're first sergeants. They're ones who really work for the troops, work for commanders, things like that. They take care of other people. They have to, somebody gets in trouble, they're usually the people to go respond to pick up a troop who might have gotten in trouble downtown or on base. It's any number of things, really. All good people, though. They go to their special training for that stuff. Hey, it looks really good. Next from that, of course, is the Senior Master Sergeant. Again, more testing, except they look at you even harder. Once you hit these senior NCO ranks, they look at you even harder. And of course, there's the variation for the first sergeant. You're going to go to the same school, just hitting this little extra career field a little later. Now, here's one that's really kind of a select group, we'll say. Some people may know this is a Chief Master Sergeant. It's E9. There really is nothing after this rank. There are variations to it, but after this, there's no more higher up you can go unless you become commissioned and get an officer. Then you go from the top of the enlisted rank to the bottom of the officer rank, which, yeah, I couldn't do it. But again, the variations, your first sergeant, let's see, get in there a little bit. And here, this is your command chief master sergeant. This guy who works for a squadron on base. There you have your squadron commander. Then he's your top enlisted man in a group, we'll say. Like the Air Force Special Operations Command, you have your 3-star general. Then you do have your command chief master sergeant, who's the highest enlisted in that squadron, that section. Okay, and of course everything trickles down, and yeah. Then after that, this is the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. He's got the bird, 2 stars, and then you see here he also no longer has the same star there. He has the wreath, I believe. Yep, the wreath, and he has the eagle holding the arrow's crest in there. That is the top enlisted person in the Air Force. There's only one of those. Just from my time in the military and when I began to test for the staff sergeant, I remember one of the things from the Air Force history, the first Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force. There's a reason I remember it, because we share this first same name. It's Paul W. Airey, of course, Air Force, Airey. Yeah. Again, that's the Air Force enlisted ranks. Kind of go over them again. No insignia for Airman Basic. You'll see those right out of text or basic training. You have your Airman, Airman First Class, Senior Airman, your Staff Sergeant, Technical Sergeant, Master Sergeant. There's your Master Sergeant with the First Sergeant insignia, Senior Master Sergeant, the Senior Master Sergeant with the First Sergeant insignia, your Chief Master Sergeant, your Chief Master Sergeant with the First Sergeant insignia, same with the Command Chief insignia, and last but not least, Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force. Hope you found it informative. It's something that's been a big part of my life. And if you happen to be around a military base, at least an Air Force base maybe, you'll be able to recognize some of these ranks, almost kind of what they mean as far as where they are in their career. Not saying these guys are worth any less than these guys. These guys, say from here down, have just been in a lot longer and done a lot more testing, a lot more education. All right, thanks guys.